The Artisan Center was the brainchild and the creation of a private nonprofit group called Project Glade, which raised money to redevelop what we called then the old bank. And the idea was to create an artisan center so that we could have a place for area artists to market and create their wares, and perhaps even graduate from that center into space elsewhere in Glade Spring. We define artisan in sort of a broad way. People not only who are creative and create artwork, but also people who do a work that creates products that are useful to people. So it's not just about artwork in a narrow sense. It's artisan work that can be broadened to include things that are of utility and use to other people.
I'm a botanist by trade, and I ended up with a health issue that I couldn't control, and I wasn't going to give up, so I decided, what do I like to do? What am I good at? And I'd had a couple pottery classes growing up, and I thought, that's something I can do to keep my hands busy. I want to do original things, and I liked the whole process of figuring out how something is done. You know, we have such a unique heritage in our area. It's absolutely incredible, from Kyle Buckland, who does beautiful impressionist work, to Debbie Graham Yates, to Catherine Clark.
I do what comes to mind. I like to paint, I sew, I like to work with wood, I make baskets, just whatever suits my fancy at the moment. And that's all there is to that little part, and then the bowl will sit down in there and not scoot around. I do it as it comes to me. I'm not pressured to do it. I don't want to be pressured. It's just a joy to be able to wake up in the morning and say, well, what am I going to do today? Well, I think I'll go find that old piece of wood and see what I can do with it. It was amazing when a little store opened in Glade Spring called Made, and it was called Made because everything in there was made by local artisans. They came out of the woodwork, and every day new artisans would bring something else that they had made.
We've been amazed in the past year, perhaps, if that long, just the number of bodies that have started showing up in the town square. When we first opened Made, pretty much most all of the parking places were full every day.
Already we're seeing so much of what the Artisan Center can do happen. We've seen numerous businesses come into the town square, which is the core commercial area of the community, that are occupying space that previously was not used. Glade Spring just a few years ago was very much like a ghost town, but it has really come to life with virtually every retail space either now occupied or planned for occupation, and this is really the result of the inspiration of this Artisan Center. People are excited about it. They see the potential that it has to bring in new business and new activity, and they want to be a part of it.
I think it's very important to have a dedicated workspace so that if you're someone like me that wants to go and work in clay, that you have that dedicated workspace. Your whole mindset changes. That's a time for you, you know, it's your time. It's a time to be very creative.
In the studios that are there, people have space. I can have space to put everything that I use here in the kitchen, because now there's stuff stuck in cubby holes. There are things on the floor. You know, I need a place to work, and a lot of other people are in that same situation. And on top of that, you would have the camaraderie of the other artists. We could all get together, share ideas, and it would be fun to have time to get together with them and make this Artisan Center grow and be a welcome place for everyone.
Once these artisans come in, once they see the excitement that and the business opportunity that is here, they're going to advance into other space and want to develop other businesses throughout the community. So we really see this Artisan Center as the genesis for a new Glade Spring.